What's up, Internet? It's your boy, Professor Django, coming at you with my part of our Friday update video. Here to tell you what we've been doing in the world of Star Wars this week at Port Haven. And I have two different things I want to talk to you about really quick. The first is this book. Most Wanted, Ray Carson wrote this book. It's about Han and Qi'ra, and it's set a couple of years before the Solo Star Wars movie. And I recommend it pretty highly. If you really liked Han and Qi'ra, or Han or Qi'ra in the Solo film, then this is a book for you. It's a really character-driven story. It's a fun story. We talked about it our whole time on our streamcast this week, so you can check that out. But I mentioned that last week, and I have finished that earlier this week over the weekend, and I want to recommend that too. Another thing I want to recommend is a book that we've also talked about on our channel already, and that is this book. Choose Your Destiny, a Han and Chewie adventure. This is by Kevin Scott. This is a choose your own adventure book where you read a piece and then it tells you where to go, and then you flip back and forth and you can make different choices. I read this book when it first came out. It came out just before Solo came out in theaters. And I read it then, and I enjoyed it then. However, I read it again the other night, and if you have not read this, or even if you have, I would recommend you give this another read, because there are so many Solo references in this book. This is not something that's going to inform the Solo film for you, and it's not going to spoil the Solo film for you, but there are so many references in this, so many things that tie in that I did not see before, but I see pretty clearly now. So that's kind of what I've been doing in the world of Star Wars this week, and I will toss it over to my pal Yoda Bauer.
Hey Internet, what's up? This is my half of the Fridate video, coming to talk to you. I also finished up Most Wanted, as did Professor Django, and by finish up, I mean in the last week I read the whole book, because I hadn't started it yet, so I just kind of binged through that as fast as possible. As Django already told you, the characterization in it is phenomenal, so I'm going to go ahead and say that it's also just a really smart book. So there's a lot of talk about topics in Star Wars these days, and I feel like this book tackles a lot of those topics, but it does it in a really smart way that doesn't feel like any particular thing taking any particular side, and I really, really enjoyed that. As far as Star Wars stuff goes, I also streamed KOTOR again this week. Probably, it's getting hard to figure out just how much I have left. There's at least one stream, potentially two, but we got to that part of Knights of the Old Republic, the big reveal part, and that was a lot of fun to stream, and that was a lot of fun to get to. So I'm wrapping up my dark side adventure. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing after that. I'm not really sure if I'm going to be doing any kind of game stream after that. So if you're watching this, why don't you go ahead and let me know in the comments if that's something you would like to see more of, or something you'd like to see again. Beyond that, I haven't really done a whole lot. I gotta be honest, I just finished up an 8-day work week, so I'm going to go nap a lot. But I hope you all have a good week. As always, follow us on Twitter at Port Haven Forums. Visit port-haven.com for even more, and we'll see you next week.